Let me take this opportunity to welcome you to this briefing session on the 10th Ministerial Conference of the WTO. This conference is, as we have continued to say, is an honor and a privilege for us to host. It's a privilege not just for Kenya, it's a privilege for the region and for the whole continent. His Excellency the President has been very involved, and we've been briefing him almost on a daily basis because he wants this conference to be a success and hopefully to showcase what this continent has to offer in terms of facilities for hosting conferences, but also just in terms of the human resources that we have, the warmth of our people, and the fact that as a hub for this region, that we are able at a very, very short notice to come together as Africans and engage, whichever other region or whoever else wants to engage with us. In terms of the preparations for the conference, we have already held our first information session in Geneva. We did that in July of this year. We received very good feedback from all the countries that were there. And we're going to hold the second one in December, on the 2nd and 3rd of December. We have established, as I said, a national preparatory committee with 10 subcommittees that is dealing with everything from health to security, to information, to logistics, to protocol, to accommodation arrangements, transport arrangements, everything. And we've been having meetings, so we're actually on top of everything. I spoke with the Director General of the WTO yesterday. He has assured me that a lot of work is taking place in Geneva. He's assured me that everybody is completely committed to having a ministerial declaration, a Nairobi ministerial declaration at the end of the conference here in Nairobi. And he has told me that they have actually agreed that this declaration will have 3 parts. The first part will be a preambular part. The second part will talk about the deliverables in Nairobi. And of course, the last part, which will talk about the way forward, what we do with the rest of the agenda that will not have been concluded here in Nairobi. So already I think there's some light at the end of the tunnel, and I want to be very, very cautious because trade negotiations are not always easy. But it's the light of basically one that shows us the way out of the position and the situation that we've been in for the longest time, 14 years and counting. Before the ministerial begins, we will have the 4th China Roundtable. First time in Africa as well. Brings together all African LDCs, but I think all African countries will be invited to those discussions. They're for 2 days. They're on the 13th and the 14th. They will be opened, hopefully, at the highest level here in our country, but also the Minister of Trade of China will be in attendance, and so will the Director General of the WTO, but more importantly, the President of Liberia, who has confirmed her attendance at that event. It will be followed by a Women in Business conference that will also be held here in Nairobi. Again, it's going to be the first time that such a global event is held here. And we will also have the President of Liberia in attendance, but also many others, including, we're hoping, the Aliko Dangote, who has promised to come. So we'll have, I think, a presence that will allow us to have real outcomes at the end of these meetings.